Have you heard the old saying, don't judge a book by its cover? But that's what people do, right? We judge everything by outward appearances. In my experience, a great album cover can make or break the decision on whether I buy an album. So go on a journey with me as we look at some great album cover designs and talk about why I believe that you need a personal designer for your album artwork. This is Judged by the Cover. Hey guys, welcome back to the Judged by the Cover podcast. I'm Josh.
I'm Phil.
And today we have probably one of my favorite episodes that we do once a year at least. And this is what we like to call like our music discovery episode. And really the basis of it is Josh will go spend a little bit of time digging through crates at a local record store. And then I buy an album just based purely on the cover art or the album itself. Usually not knowing what the artist is or the genre or anything like that. And we sit down, we listen to the record, we try to take some guesses what we think it might be. And then once we listen to the record, we'll come back and we'll tell you what we liked or if we didn't like it. Thankfully, every time we've done this, we've found like awesome records and new bands that we like. So pretty excited about it. And this one, I've been hanging on to this one for a little bit. I actually picked up this record at, I think it was in October. Yellow Racket Records held I don't know, what do you call it? Like a record convention?
Yeah.
Where a bunch of record dealers from across Chattanooga, and I think some people from kind of the greater area too, came in. There were tons of vendors, tons of vinyl and CDs and merch and posters and a little bit of everything. There's actually a video somewhere in the JW Creates feed where you can find. But I picked up this record. I didn't know what it was, but I really loved it. And we'll get into it, and I'll tell you what really stood out about it, because on the video, you probably can't really tell, but when you put it in your hands, you can definitely tell. So yeah, that's what we're doing. And really, this is just a friendly reminder that going to your local record spots, whether it's like a convention like this or I'm rocking the Dallas Vinyl Love t-shirt. They're a local record store here that's got really cool vibes, lots of cool records in there. We've got our friends down at Yellow Racket.
Yep.
They see me quite a bit.
That's great.
And then also my buddy Scott, Retro Vinyl Records. In Ventress,
I love that
Southside.
place. Yeah,
really cool. Actually, we were in Ventress Hickson here today, and I saw his new spot there. So shout out to Scott. You got a cool little spot down there too. And I was hoping maybe you'd have one of those cool hats because I need to replace mine, but there was only the black and white one, which isn't my favorite. I almost bought it, but no, he had these cool ones. There was like black with a tan. I think it's like a tan bill or tan stitching.
Okay.
Really cool. Really kind of retro looking.
I want to go. You're saying he got a new booth in the Hickson Ventures?
Yeah. I think the owner's been asking him to have a booth there forever, and I think he finally gave in.
Does it look like the one on Southside?
It's smaller. His one on Southside. That one's kind of the flagship.
That's like a double booth, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So not as big as the one there, but there was a lot of cool vinyl. I dug through a little bit for a few minutes, but I didn't have a lot of time to hang out. But yeah, go check out your local record stores. So that's it. What we're going to do now is, unless Phil has anything he wants to throw in here.
I'm super intrigued because the light is casting that this is all embossed. So it's got like this really like high quality cover, which is awesome. And to me, we'll see what it is. Oh, and the inside's wild.
I haven't. He literally just opened it because there was a glare on the camera.
But I'm intrigued. It feels like a ceiling tin from an old southern building. You know those things that you put up high like this? Or on the ceiling? Like an old drugstore. I'm thinking it's going to be like Americana, but hey, let's listen to this bad boy.
Yeah. So we're going to take a quick break. You're going to hear from the sponsors of the show, and then we'll be right back to talk about this lovely album right here. Judged by the Cover is brought to you by JW Creates. JW Creates is your local graphic design source that specializes in cover art, logos, and websites for bands, musicians, podcasters, small business, and solo entrepreneurs. I love to hear your story and to help bring it to life through the art of graphic design. To learn more and connect with me, go to jwcreates.com Check out my work and use the form at the bottom to tell me more about your project. Let's work together to bring your story to life through the art of graphic design. All right, guys, and we're back.
Man.
And Phil, we got another winner, man.
Gosh, I was telling Josh, we right after we cut for the listening break, we put it on my turntable, and it is amazing. It sounded so great. It's such a great like performance piece. And Josh, you told me that they recorded it live and mixed it live.
Yeah, yeah. So what we're looking at for some of you might recognize this. I didn't know what it was. So this album is called "Cold Roses" by Ryan Adams and the Cardinals. And Phil actually he knows Ryan Adams.
I know the artist. I mean, he's famous. You know, he was married to Mandy Moore, and you know he's been around. He's like my age. He's in his 50s. Woo. But he's been around, and it's funny with an artist like this. I couldn't name a hit of Ryan Adams, but he's definitely a known, very well known, very popular Americana genre artist.
Yeah, and so they listed as rock, but I think you're right. It's a little bit more Americana.
And how about this? We're listening to it, first song out of the gate, and I've got these garage speakers, probably from the 90s. What are they, Tannoy and Iowas? I've got 4 of them. And literally, my buddy, I bought them from him during his garage sale with my turntable, right? So it's like, I'm talking about, I got like a $50 garage setup, okay? It sounds so good.
It does sound good.
And I was just saying, like, the experience of, like, being with a buddy.
Yep.
Like, I would suggest this to you guys.
Yeah.
Be with your best friend. Be with a buddy. Be with your partner when you open these vinyls, because it's much more fun. Like, we were just going like, holy crap. We were sitting back here going, wow.
Yeah, and just like, gosh, the acoustic guitar, and like, man, it did sound awesome.
And then when you dig into it and you told me like, oh, they did it live, they mixed it on the fly, it sounds like.
Yeah.
And then you're telling me it's Ryan Adams, but when I opened it, I don't know if Josh will do an insert, but the font was so weird. I thought it was Ryan Romes.
Yeah, maybe not a great font choice on the sticker.
Yeah.
And another weird thing is we were struggling figuring out what side was side A, what side is side B. This is a two record.
Yeah.
That was a little confusing. But yeah, the Ryan Romes.
And then you're like, Phil, it's Ryan Adams.
Ryan
Adams, of course. We're going to tag you, Ryan, just so you know that I think your name was Ryan Romes because of your font. But man, what great packaging. I was saying earlier, like in the intro to this episode, it does remind me of like an old-timey ceiling tin, you know, like those old drugstore ceiling plates. And the Dead influence, like that, I think that was it. Like out of the gate, song number 1, we think at least it's song 1 on side A. It was totally like Dead vibes. And that's when I still thought it was the artist Ryan Romes and the Cardinals. And I'm like, Josh, it sounds like the Dead and Jerry Garcia. And then you tell me about that.
Yeah, so this album came out May 3rd, 2005. I believe our boy Ryan Adams had an accident in January 2004. He broke his left wrist after falling 6 feet off of a stage into an orchestra pit. During his 6-month rehab, he relearned playing guitar by playing along to Black Sabbath, but he was deeply inspired by the Grateful Dead and Jerry Garcia.
And it showed.
Yeah, and I mean, Phil even said, just looking at the inside of
the bears kind of in the silhouette of this gatefold. They're walking through the forest. There's a lot going on. They've got tea. I probably wouldn't drink that myself without having it tested first. But man, what a and you and I were we're so excited about this.
Yeah.
And it's funny, I really do think okay, so he's a big artist, right? Mm-hmm. Let's just guess. He's got a budget, right? He's got a budget for art and design.
Yeah.
But you picked this out of the blind at a record, open flea market, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
But it goes to show you, like, the cover art does matter.
1,000%. And the cover art itself, what I loved about it is when I pulled it out of the crate, it's got this beautiful texture to it. So it's like, I don't think it's embossed, because embossed is when it's like into it. I think it's debossed.
Yeah.
Same, same.
Concave, convex.
Yeah. So it's got this beautiful texture to it, and it almost makes me think, you said the ceiling tile, but when we were kids growing up, I don't know how many of y'all know about FFA, but my brother did some leather working.
Oh, yeah. Future Farmers of America.
Yeah. And he did some leather working, and you get these like really cool textures and stuff too.
You're right about that. Yes, I see that. Yeah.
And so I kind of think of that too, but no, I see the ceiling tile. It's it kind of in just being in this like glossy finish too.
I got another one for you. When I was a kid, we would get these little crafts where it was copper, and you could tap into them.
Oh, yeah.
Do all that dimpling and stuff.
Yeah, same thing. But yeah, beautiful texture to it. It's got a rose in the center, and the cover itself is this really deep dark blue, and I love blue. Blue is probably one of my favorite colors. And so just everything comes together into just this really just premium piece. And yeah, I picked it up because I'm just like, I don't know what this is, but obviously if they put this much work into the cover itself. It's got to be good, right?
Was the rose like a direct nod to the Dead, or that's why they picked a rose?
Yeah, so that's what I saw in the notes here. So when
raise your hand if you're a Dead fan. I'm not a huge Deadhead, but I mean they're good.
I'm the same. I know of, but I couldn't tell you like a name of a song.
Yeah.
But I've actually sat down and listened to Dead records and talk about cover art. Like those guys nail it.
I was in a tribute night for the Grateful Dead. It was like an event when I lived out in California, and I learned a lot of Dead songs. There's a song called Ripple. I think I covered Ripple, but we went through. Basically, we did a tribute night for the Dead.
So you actually played.
Like we actually played Dead songs. It was cool.
Awesome.
It was like a 3-hour concert, and that's when I was like. At first, I was kind of like, there's an old joke, like, what'd the Deadhead say when he ran out of weed, Josh?
I don't know. What did he say, Phil?
This music sucks.
Oh,
but so that's a terrible joke, especially for Dead fans. But I fell in love with the Dead's music, and they're good songwriters. So this is really a nice little nod.
Yeah, and the fact that you just you picked it out. Literally, the song was probably 15 seconds in, and the first thing out of your mouth was the sounds. It sounds reminiscent to like Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the rose itself, they say that the rose is a direct nod to the Grateful Dead, classic Grateful Dead imagery. It's also a symbol of resilience. So blue roses obviously don't exist in nature.
Yeah.
And so it symbolizes something rare or hard won, resilient, blooming under cold, difficult conditions. So all of it was supposed to kind of mirror and kind of play into, kind of this season that Adams went through with his recovery.
And there's a grip of songs on this thing.
Yeah.
That blew me away.
Yeah, so there was like 2 releases. Obviously the American release was supposed to have 18 tracks. The European and Japanese versions got 19 tracks. They got a bonus song that I believe is called Tonight.
That is a ton of material. And Josh, we were talking during one of our breaks, and he told me that even major artists like Morgan Wallen, they'll put 32 songs on their album. I had no idea.
Yeah, I think Morgan Wallen's last 2 albums, I think one of them had 27 songs. The other one had 32.
That is why? That just blows me away that would be on one album.
Yeah. That's crazy. And I know, just from what I've heard, research I've done, I think a lot of it has to do with streaming. And it's all about the streams. How many streams you've got, that's, obviously it's making money, but also keeps you in front of people and in the algorithms and keeps, you happy with people like Spotify and Apple Music and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's literally just, if there's more tracks for fans to listen to, you're gonna get more streams because they're probably gonna go through and listen to the full album.
Can I just say something? I mean, streaming, like I use Spotify. I know you use Apple, and I know I'll probably go stream this album. But
Right.
I'm telling you, like right now, what we just did, that was so much fun. Like listening together. We literally took a knife, opened up the plastic, ripped off the cellophane, put it on my turntable over there, and we both had that experience together. And that was better than like, I don't know. It's like going to the movies, you know. It's like doing like a double date or something. You know, you and your spouse go to a movie with another couple, and you all have that collective experience. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's all about experience, and I, like you said, I love it. You know, just hanging out, throwing on new music. Like, is it going to be? I made the joke. I'm like, you know, all of them have been good so far. Is this going to be the one that's a dud?
And dude, when we cracked, I'm like, this is going to be weird.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. I looked at the insert. I'm like, okay, there's like teddy bears dancing in the forest.
But 15 seconds in, and we're like, we love it. You know,
good
it's
job,
not
Ryan Adams.
Yeah, and it's not one of those. This isn't my normal listen. Like I wouldn't normally if I was getting ready for work. I probably wouldn't just slap this on. But I think it's going to be one of those records. We only got to listen to 4 or 5 songs. Yeah. But to like sit down and listen to like all 18, 19, I think it's going to be kind of a fun experience and just kind of seeing what stories there are and what's going on and something that could be fun to just, sit with for, 2, 3, 4 weeks or something like that too.
And timeless too. Like you said, this was made in 2005.
2005. Yeah.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah. That's what, 21? Gosh, isn't that crazy?
21 years ago. But it's new for us.
It's new for us right now.
That goes to show you, like, if you're an artist, and I'm doing this currently. I'm putting out some songs I wrote in the 90s, and I'm re-recording them or recording them for the first time. Yeah. And I think it's going to be new to somebody else. It's like, put it out. Why not?
Why not? Yeah. Yeah. No, I love it. And I love that I pulled it out of a bin. And now we're enjoying it and hearing it now.
And don't you think the artists, so Ryan Adams and the Cardinals, like if they heard this episode, if they, knew that somebody was like experiencing this album that way, they'd be like, dude, that's so cool. 21 years ago, we recorded this thing, and these two jokers in Chattanooga, Tennessee are like geeking out on the album. It's that good, man. It is like a popcorn, like, let's put some popcorn on and like burn through the rest of the record.
Yeah. Now, Phil, wouldn't it be fun that like if we had a group of people and we all just, bought the same record, spent a month listening to it, talk about it, maybe even listen to it together?
That's cool.
Wouldn't that be kind of a fun experience?
I would love that.
If you're interested, this is something that I've been playing around with in my mind. There's book clubs, but what about like album of the month club?
Would we have to wear suits and like a cardigan sweater?
Like suits, man. T-shirt and shorts is my business casual. So
put on a pot of tea.
Yeah,
I'm in. I would love to be a part of that.
If you want to be a part of that or something that you're interested in, let us know. Let us know in the comments below if you're on YouTube, or shoot us a line on my email. It's info@jwcreates.com. You can shout us out on social media at JWCreates on both Instagram and Facebook, or the old TikTok. It's JW Creates.
TikTok.
Oh, the old TikTok.
Ooh.
Yep, we're on them all.
I'm not on TikTok. I'm too old.
You're probably too old, Phil.
I'm too old to be on anything, really. Let's move along here.
But yet, here we are.
Yeah, here we are.
Let's see if there was some other fun facts. So as Phil talked about, this album was recorded live. It was recorded and mixed live in Loho Studios.
Wow.
In New York's Lower East Side.
God, I love the Lower East Side. There's such a vibe there, man.
Man, I'm not a New York guy. I just can't.
You really? I love every time I go there, man. I get like this energy shot.
That's what my wife says. My wife was just there. She was there for work, and she loves it. And I'm
really?
Just like,
how long was she up there for?
Just like a day and a half.
Dang.
Quick power trip.
Sometimes that's enough, right?
So let's see. Producer was Tom Schick.
Good job, Tom. Good job, buddy.
Here's a fun little note. Adams claimed he wrote, "How do you keep love alive in an opium-induced haze?"
Dude.
Experiencing visions that allowed him to compose the entire melody and lyrics without writing a word down. That sounds fun.
I'm out, man. I'm clean and sober happily. I don't want to screw that up.
Another fun fact, the song Rosebud was inspired by Adams seeing Jerry Garcia's custom Rosebud guitar at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I see this lyrics right here. When I pick up my guitar, this is the song that always comes. Cool. Yeah.
Designer. So the artwork for the album cover is Andy West.
Andy
Andy West design.
Except
yes,
that
Andy.
font, man. I thought it was Ryan Rome's. What the hell, buddy?
Yeah. The font choice, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. I do dig the font. Little hard to read, especially with the last name.
Ryan Rome's and the Cardinals.
And the original CD packaging, because 2005 was probably primarily CD.
Oh, wow.
It was a mock gatefold. So it was designed to kind of look like a miniature vinyl jacket.
Oh,
so it
cool.
probably looked very similar to this, just
I see.
a lot smaller.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tactile embossed jacket. You're right. Embossed, not debossed.
Okay. But you are DeBoss.
Am I the debossed? Let's see. Yeah, just overall, I really enjoy it. But there is one thing that that I thought about with this film, because obviously picked this thing out of a crate, loved just the hand feel, how premium it felt, the texture drew me in. But I went to my phone and I saved the album on Apple Music, since it's my streamer of choice.
Yeah.
And the design just looks flat.
Yeah.
And kind of, I don't know, just flat and dead is really the only words I've got for it. And it really made me think that you really have to think about how and where people are going to interact with the music itself. So 2005 CDs ruled the world.
Yeah.
So it was probably the same thing for people then. You know, they went to their FYE, what other music stores were there, and they were probably picking these things out of the the rack, and feeling that. But in this streaming world, I don't know that a design like this is going to be as impactful.
I agree. It's not. I mean, yeah, holding this album is a whole different experience. I can't imagine just seeing it on like Spotify and going like, what is it really?
Yeah. And I did notice that on Apple Music, they end up, and I think it's kind of like up here towards the top, they put the name of the artist and the album and stuff like that. So it even starts covering up some of the designs.
Oh, interesting.
So definitely one of those that's made for the real world, and not so much the digital world. So if you're an artist or someone who's thinking about their cover art project, that's one thing to really think about. Is like, with this project, where are people going to be like interacting with it? Is it totally like in the digital world? Then we got to think of maybe something a little bit different than something like this. But if it's something where you're really focusing or pushing out physicals, which is coming back, which is awesome and really exciting, then heck yeah, go for it. If you've got the budget, if you can do this really cool embossed texture on the cover,
it's a lot.
Do it.
And the heavy gram vinyl.
Oh yeah, go with the heavy gram.
What did you spend on this, if you don't mind me asking?
I think it was like $38.
That ain't bad.
No, I thought, and it's two CDs. It's double vinyl.
Yeah. Ton of music.
Gatefold. Yep.
It sounds amazing.
Sounds awesome.
It's fun. Like, again, I'm kind of like a broken record, but it's like it's fun to get excited about stuff, because sometimes I get like, I'll be honest with you, I haven't turned that turntable on in like 2 years. I knew I knew we were gonna do this. Like, you were bringing something unknown over, and you were like, "Hey, Phil, does your turntable work?" I'm like, "I don't know," and it works. Thank God.
Yeah,
it's cool, and I've got it like my receiver. It's just an old. I can't even pronounce the name. It's like Onyo or On. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
American made.
Yeah, or Japanese. But it's one of those. It's one of those things where it's like, it's a really cool old. It's probably from the mid '90s. This thing, and it works great.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like the vibe. Like, it's old equipment
Yep.
We're pushing air through these older speakers.
Yep.
It sounds freaking phenomenal.
Yep.
And we're having this really cool experience that I wouldn't
Amen.
have laying on my bed with earbuds on,
Yeah.
through my little Spotify.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'd encourage you guys, if this isn't something that you do regularly, you don't have to spend $38. I only did because I loved it, but there have been records that we've talked about doing the same exact thing that I spent $10 on.
Yeah.
And you can even find, if you spend a little bit of time doing it, records for $1, $2,
Yeah.
$3.
I mean, I've got the price tag on this one, $5.99.
$5.99, and that record sounds sick. You were just
Yeah.
playing that for me when we first got in
Sounds
here.
sick.
Yeah.
Then I bought Jeff Buckley. Were you with me when I got Jeff Buckley?
I don't think so.
$34.98. And
Yep.
then how much was that police one
Looks
I got with
$30.
you? $30.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and CDs. If you've got a CD player, which I know is hard to find these days.
I need one.
I need to get a good one too, a
Yeah.
standalone unit, something that I can plug into my sound system as well.
That's gonna be a lucky find if you find a nice old Sony CD player.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a score.
I keep seeing these really vintage 80s ones that are cool and were almost more prototype than real commercial units. And I'm like, gosh, if I could find something like that, that'd be sick.
I had a cool one, but it stopped the door. It wouldn't open the door anymore. I was so bummed.
Yeah. I almost want one where you physically open the door instead of that mechanical.
Yeah.
Too much stuff to break.
That's right.
But yeah, I would highly encourage, if this isn't something that you do on a regular basis, and we do this maybe once a year.
Yeah.
I'd like to do it more, and we may do that. But just spend a little time, dig through the bins, find something that you like, just based on whether it's the cover art, whether it's imagery, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things, and do it with a friend.
Do it with a friend.
100%.
Man, so much fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for getting this one. This is a winner.
Yeah.
You haven't had a bad one yet.
Not yet. My record's good. We're 3-0 right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. I think I grabbed the last time around, I gave you 3 options and you picked the right one out of the 3.
What was that band called? Something Summer? What? That's not. That was the
Dangerous Summer.
Dangerous Summer.
That one was the first one. Great record.
Great record.
Second one was a Leonard Skinner-esque band.
Yeah, you picked something weird. Outlaws.
Yeah, but there was one. Remember that duo? We ended up listening to one of the other records, and it was very weird.
It was weird.
Yeah.
Was that old, from the 70s?
It was 70s. Yeah. And it almost sounded like TV show themed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's not always going to be winners.
Yeah.
But highly encourage it because it's a fun experience. And you never know. That Dangerous Summer album, that's a band that I didn't even know existed, and I really enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
And they came through Chattanooga last year.
Oh, man.
And we missed them. I was out of town or something. But yeah, I highly recommend it. And let us know if you are into this whole idea of Record of the Month Club, because it's something that I'm toying with and I think could be a lot of fun. And I've already got the first record on my mind.
Okay.
It's a record that's having a little bit of a boost right now, especially with Gen Z is really digging this album.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an album that I've never listened to. So that's kind of where I'm thinking.
Keep it secret for a while.
Yeah, we're going to keep it on the down low.
I like that. Okay.
But yeah, we appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, thanks.
As always, we'd love a review. So if you're on Apple or Spotify, 5-star review would be awesome.
Yeah, tell your friends. Share this thing.
Yeah. If you're on YouTube, hit the thumb, hit the bell. That tells you when these things drop. We've been trying to drop them the third week of the month, right at the end of the month, just kind of depending on how life's going. But yeah, thanks for hanging with us. And one of these days, we'll get to do one of these live where you can actually hear the music and stuff. Where we can't really do that on the whole pod, Scott.
Scott, we got to come to Retro Vinyl and do another live one.
Let's do it. So we appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Thanks, check out Ryan Adams
and the Cardinals.
Cold Roses. Highly recommend. So good. You guys have a good one. We'll see you next time.
Deuces.